What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Indescribable, aka Jerrilyn Lake, hanging out and checking in with my bestie for the restie,
Lynee Monae, and you are listening to the She Said It First podcast, an Urban One podcast on the Urban One Podcast Network. Here we go.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now, you know, I'm all refreshed and rejuvenated and stuff because I was on vacation, but that don't mean that something still didn't irritate me. And so,
But I want you to ask me first.
Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm sorry. What irritated you? What irritated you this week?
You going to Colombia, actually. You, ma'am, actually going looking like you had a good time too. I didn't like that you was having fun without me. You going to Colombia irritated me this week. Now,
baby, I am so sorry. My condolences, because the way I was out there having my best life and time
girl,
ever.
the booty cheeks was out and about, like I said, y'all.
Clapping.
Y'all know I said that in the last.
They was clapping, baby. I was out there. Then what's be so funny? Like you know how when we was in Aruba, people were still recognizing us, and I'd be forgetting. I'm like, oh, I'm somewhere else. Ain't nobody gonna notice me. Girl, as soon as I get off the plane, go to the rental car place, the guy checking in next to me, he's like, excuse me, ma'am, you that girl from Instagram? I said, I know like hell. Y'all ain't over here
in Colombia
watching these videos. But he was a really nice guy. He said his wife is Colombian and he had moved there from like, I don't know, some Midwest or something like that. So that was really fun. But there was something that irritated me. I still got to talk about that because Colombia was beautiful. However,
what happened?
Girl, them people drive like, I'm not even exaggerating, bats out of hell. Like literally hell bats. They was driving so crazy. I got the rental car and I drove the first day and then I passed it off to somebody else because Satan was not gonna be working in my life. And then like people there are so casual and they walk out in the street, you know, like they just assume you're gonna stop. There are no stop signs in like the touristy area. There are no traffic lights, anything like that. So you get to a 4-way stop. You just got to slow down and make sure ain't nobody. I'm sorry, let me take that back. There are stop signs. There are not traffic lights. So until you get to like the main city part, that's where all the traffic lights are. Until then, everything is like a 4-way stop. But people are. It's so congested. Everybody's on top of each other, and they're just driving and people just walking, and then stray dogs, and then people with trash cans and selling fruit, and like everybody's just everywhere. It was.
That sounds chaotic.
I don't like chaotic.
Jesus.
The first day I got there, I was a little concerned because I thought maybe I was not going to enjoy myself. But I was.
Right. Was you at a resort
okay.
or was you at an Airbnb? Like, was you at a like all-inclusive resort or you was at an Airbnb?
No, we stayed at the Hilton in Cartagena, which was a beautiful. I mean, the hotel was amazing. The views were amazing. It was right next to the beach, so we didn't have to walk that far. They also had like 3-4 pools and a couple of jacuzzis. They had a spa there. They had like the excursions. They were located on the bottom floor, so you could go in and talk to whoever's there, you book whatever. And so that was, I mean, like to me, I feel like we could not have stayed at a better place. But that part was just a little overwhelming for me. So I was really happy to like get into the city and really redeem, that first impression, because I was like, child, it's too much going on, and I wanted to just stay in the room. But my parents was on this trip with me.
I know. Look, you gotta give us the tea on that. Like, okay, so how was it with the parents? I seen y'all picture. I was like, oh, period. Everybody came.
Yes, it was a slew of us, and so it was actually really fun. That was my first time as an adult traveling with my parents somewhere other than like a family function. We'll do like family reunions and stuff throughout, like the United States. But it's always very family friendly, and not like this was just a wild trip, but this was my first time as an adult, just hanging out with them. And so, girl, we had a time. We basically was just driving my parents around, going to stuff. We did the volcano, the mud bath in the top of the volcano, which was 2,000 feet deep. So that was extremely fun. And I mean, scale of 1 to 10, I would give it like a 36.
36, period.
It was pretty
fun.
Aside from the congestion and the overcrowdedness, I loved it. Yeah, so we had an amazing time. But I mean, is that like seriously? Is that what irritated you? Because I feel like in my absence, there was still somebody else that could take up the mantle for me.
Girl, I mean, outside of just that highlighted doing his thing, but let me tell you, the segregation thing.
No, hold on, wait, because I need you to run that by me again. What you call him? A what?
A highlighter. That orange highlighter in there, just doing his thing. Just it's whatever. Like he lifted the segregation bill. For us to go back to segregation. So if people want to have colored bathrooms or colored eating spaces, they can do that. But it's not the flex you think it is. This is all I ever wanted anyway.
Right.
It's not.
We've been tired of y'all.
Exactly. It's not the flex that you think it is. All I want to do is be around my people. So I'm not stressing. So it's just like outside of him just doing extra stuff, girl, that's really been it for real. And get my house. I've really ordered a bunch of stuff for my house. That's irritating because, girl, I didn't know. I'm slow. That was on me. I irritated myself this week.
I figured if you talk yourself through it, I figured we get here. We always do. We always do, friends.
I ordered things for my living room and forgot to order the people to put it together, girl.
Oh,
and putting together furniture is never the vibes. Like, oh my God, Jerrilyn, did you put all the furniture together in your place?
Absolutely not. I ordered the people. you know, me and physical labor don't go together. Come on now.
My God.
But that's crazy because now that we're about to be segregated, you got to be careful what you order because you can't. You're not gonna be able to go to rooms to go or Ashley Furniture and think.
Facts.
No, ain't no Ashley coming to put this together. It's gonna be just you.
But
I'll come help you though.
Will you? Look, lies. Look how she lies so fast.
When I say help, I can stand over you with a flashlight and read the directions.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
You know what?
No. I need you to grab something and help me put this stuff together. This is a lot. Oh my God, it was the best. This is the best.
But I'm sure everything that you got is going to turn out just fine. So you smart enough to do it, girl. You're going to figure it out, and it's going to look great, and you're going to love it, and you're not going to feel guilty about purchasing it or nothing. This is going to be a blessing for you.
You're right.
Look on it there. Yeah, change your perspective. It's going to be good. You did it because you wanted to, and it's going to be great. Now, yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you just got to bring. Sometimes you got to bring somebody else in. The problem with that is. On the Breakfast Club. Listen.
Hey, that was the best. No, friend.
Listen.
That was the best one yet. Like, you're...
Friend, I'm in my bag. I told you, Colombian did something to you, girl. I'm in my bag, baby.
I love that transition. Okay, period.
Oh, my gosh. Sometimes you do have to bring in some reinforcements. Unfortunately, you guys know that there was a little tiff going on at the Breakfast Club this past week. Congratulations to Jess Hilarious, who had her baby, and she was on maternity leave. So that's first and foremost, healthy, happy mommy and baby. But in her absence, Loren LaRosa was filling in for her doing Jess with the mess in her absence. So I think, there was a lot of controversy around this whole situation because for whatever reason, Jess Hilarious took to her Instagram live to share her frustrations. And then on top of that, we got a full edited clip from the Breakfast Club after
Jesus
that.
Christ.
So I was a little taken aback, I'm not gonna lie, because at first I was like, okay, Jess just having a little moment, they'll squash it behind closed doors, everything will be fine. Then when the Breakfast Club, did what they did, I was like, oh, they going all in with this. Yeah. So I mean, I think she was just basically saying, she went on maternity leave, she came back, Loren was still there, and what's going on. And so I mean, I get it. I think I understand both sides of it, but Loren, I think, is a great addition to the show, and she's a professional. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when you just show up and you do your job, it can, who's to say, you know what I'm saying? Who's to say somebody behind the scenes wasn't like, oh, Loren, good, we're going to keep her. And then Jess was left out of the conversation. So I think that's kind of sort of what happened. What do you think about it, friend?
I feel as though she was being gaslit. I think she was being gaslit by Charlamagne. I can't say too much about DJ Envy or not, but I do feel like Charlamagne was gaslighting her because he was trying to make her feel invalidated about her concerns. And that part I did not like. Like, especially when she came forth and said Charlamagne kind of told her she should tell her to shut up. Now, I don't also believe that you should let people put a battery in your back. She has to be very careful, because I think what's happening, and I don't know, because I know people, you don't know, okay, all right, I don't have no kids, shut up. I've been around a bunch of women who have, and postpartum is a real thing, and it does mess with your mental. And I think her looking at them comments, Charlamagne kind of putting a battery in her back, Loren still being there, I think there's just a lot of things that she's trying to decipher and figure out, and she can't think from an all the way logical perspective. She knows that this is not right, but the way they set her up and put her on that whole thing and publicized it and made it nationwide so everybody can see you crashing out was wrong. That was something that should have been done behind closed doors. I do not agree with them. Why do we need to see that? That was a private business meeting.
The door was opened by Jess, though. Here's the thing. Now we have to, let's all be accountable, because Jess was the one who got on the live and kind of, I don't want to use the word crash out, and I kind of want to steer clear of mentioning postpartum, just because for centuries women have been called hysterical because of being gaslit. Because of being gaslit. And so I think it's exactly what you said. She was reacting to being gaslit. And we watch Charlamagne do this all the time with other guests. And so I'm not surprised that, did I want this to be public and on the air like this? Absolutely not. We got to do better, especially as Black people who constantly get criticized for every single thing we do in the public eye. But like, come on.
I still feel like it was wrong. I don't know why. I understand her going on her platform and talking publicly, but still having that meeting, something about it just didn't feel right. Yeah. Like, even watching it, it just didn't feel right. I think that we should have an offline meeting, and then that way when we have this meeting, it doesn't look so chaotic, because this looks like nobody said anything and just showed up at the door ready to say whatever. I think there are ways to do it. I just don't think this was done in the most professional way. And so with Loren, I think, like you said, people saw her coming with facts. I know she goes above and beyond to reach out to people, attorneys, lawyers, whatever the story is, Loren is going the extra mile. I think Jess with the Mess is amazing, but I also think that, like, when you do things like this on social media, it's funny. You know what I'm saying? You giving your funny perspective, but when you get on a bigger platform, sometimes people like to hear actual facts. And I think they was just trying to find a creative balance between the two. But I also see somebody who's fighting for their job. They definitely feel like their job is being threatened. And I can't say that I wouldn't feel the same. If either one of us went on a hiatus, whatever we did, and we both was in on hiring somebody to fill our spots, and then, like, we come back and this person's still here, it do feel like,
like, am I on my way out? Tell me now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, am I about to be kicked out? So I understand her frustration with feeling like, I feel like y'all playing in my face, because I do feel like they playing in your faces. I'm not gonna hold you. I do. Absolutely. I think Loren is amazing, but I do feel like there is something going on, and people can't just make her seem like she's so crazy. Like, absolutely. Oh, she doing too much. She saying she did it. I don't think so. I think something's really happening here that we need to pay attention to. And yes, Black women can work together. Me and Jerrilyn work together. There are several Black women that work together. It's not about that. I think it's about, like, when she came back, she felt underhanded, because she was.
There was communication breakdown. Everybody cool until it's time to have a grown-up conversation. And I think this is what happens. Somebody just dropped the ball communication-wise. And now we looking at the breakdown in real time, because it's no reason. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my AirPod. Just went out and started clicking in my ear. Obviously cut that out. Shouldn't have to. I don't have to say that. I know y'all. I just want to throw that in there. But no, girl, I was like, oh my God, am I going deaf? Lord, fix it right now, Jesus.
Stop.
I was about to start pleading the blood. I was about to say, right now, rebuke it right now in the name of Jesus.
Get rid of it. Get rid of
it. Hey, in Jesus' name. Girl, I thought I was going to have to touch and agree up in here. Y'all don't know my daddy a minister, okay?
Right.
Restore full hearing in the name. I'm sorry, okay. Y'all know I do too much. But But I agree with you. I think they played in her face. There was communication. Jackie said he keeping it. I think there's a communication breakdown that we did not witness. And so what we saw was the fallout of it. And like you said, like, don't bring somebody and she's still here. And I think if you love her so much and the comments are so great, find a place for her and have everybody be in on the conversation. Now, I want to have another little side conversation because both of us coming from social media, I think we can understand this more than anything. I saw somebody make a comment that said, it sucks to be good at what you do, just showing up to work, being a professional, and somebody hating on you because you don't have as many followers or something to that effect. And I'm paraphrasing, so don't hold me straight to this. But I think the original poster was basically saying that not necessarily that Jess got hired because of her following and things like that, but Loren came in with the journalism degree and all the other accolades that had her immensely qualified for this job at the Breakfast Club. Not saying that Jess is unqualified, but that
not to mention she's a producer.
She's a producer.
Thank you.
So I mean, I think that there's a lot, like somebody is playing in somebody's face, like you said. So I don't know. I would love to if they gonna keep talking about it, can you give us a part two and
can we enter the chat?
Look,
okay.
Our thoughts and opinions welcome. Because I want to know, like, is y'all saying that Jess got the job because she got the followers and she really didn't have the chops to do it? Because I think that when you sit in that, I think, what I think about people that do what we do.
Yeah.
Whatever kind of comedy space that you're in, I think that you have the resources to be good in a spot like that when it comes to dealing with people in communication. I'm always going to stand 10 toes on that. Now, what you might need to brush up on is what I see us doing too, having to look over the runner show a little bit more.
Yeah.
Get a little more detail when you get up there and
investigate. Go the extra mile, because we are good at, we know what we know. You know what I'm saying? We know what we know. We're also, like you said, comedians. We also come from a funnier perspective. So sometimes when you come from that, you don't need all the details. And so I think that's what happened. She went against somebody who brought something completely different, but saying the same thing. And it was so drastically different that people fell in love with the facts, which goes back to the platform. When you're on a bigger platform, we've been in this. When we talked about stuff, people was like, y'all need to say allegedly. I didn't know. I'm always just saying whatever I want to say. I didn't know it was important.
Whole time about to get sued.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whole time, we were about to be sued. Because we didn't say allegedly. And people was really in the comments like, y'all have to say allegedly, just gotta protect yourself, protect the brand. And as you grow and you get on things, you learn these things along the way that I think that she didn't know. But I don't know. I do feel like I wish my girl, I don't know where her manager at. I don't know where her PR team is. I don't know where her team is, but I need them to jump in ahead of this all the way before they completely have her just like assed out. And I can't see her go down like that. She is too talented. I really do love Jess Hilarious. And I don't want to see her, being gaslit by somebody who is entertained. People gaslight you because they want to be entertained.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm going to keep saying, and no, I didn't say it. She was like, you just told me this. And she's getting so frustrated. I want her team to jump in and save her from this because I don't know if you sit next to the enemy. No shade. Yeah.
No, I mean, or the Charlemagne, because I think allegedly. Because like I said, we see him antagonize a lot of people, and I think it's definitely it's for views, it's for clicks, and listen, they good at what they do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Obviously, they've had a show this long, and they have fans and followers, and people love what they do. So we're not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, the show wouldn't be this without so and so. And it ain't that. It's just that there's a way to do and say everything. And I think that number one, Jess should never have gone live. If she wanted to have a conversation, I'd be writing a group chat. If something goes down on this podcast, you better believe I'm gonna talk to you first because you're my co-host.
Yes. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna send a group message and I'm gonna say, hey guys, can we please talk about X, Y, and Z? Yeah. Or hey, this was brought up and blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna wait till somebody press record. Then start turning up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not gonna do that. And I think Loren tried to say, hey, I told you I wasn't gonna do that or whatever. But like you said, I think somebody said 4 women throwing shade at the Breakfast Club is not the Breakfast Club, is Real Housewives or something. I don't know.
Oh wow.
And I was like, I understand why you make that comment, but let's not be sexist.
Right. Let's not.
Yeah, but I mean, people gonna do what people gonna do, and hopefully, my hope is that they squash whatever. The posts seem to be back to normal now. Everybody seem cool.
Yeah.
And so, I think there's a spot for
But
both
girl,
of them.
that's so weird. Like, Jerrilyn, could you imagine me going on you if we going on each other
Arguing.
and then like we just go back to work?
Girl, but here's my thing.
So fake.
Here's my thing. No, nobody stopped it.
Nobody stopped it.
Everybody just the audio was clear. The video was clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, not one producer was like, "Hey guys, let's take this off." Like, everybody just let it be recorded, and it's like, but that's what the Breakfast Club do though. Because remember when
Birdman? What are you talking about?
He came on there. He said, "Let me get something straight off top right now." I know where you be at. I could have pulled up on you. And Charlamagne's so messy. He like, okay, well, let's do it. He grabbed the headphones and stuff. Y'all, now see if that man would have murdered you in there.
No, for real, because he was pissed.
Stop playing with my name. Stop. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. Okay? Yeah. And that's like, people just got to be careful with stuff like that, man, because, I'm sorry, the Memphis jumped out.
I saw that. I felt like
hey, you watch your mouth.
No.
You watch your mouth. But no, I think, I think people have to be careful with that because you really never know what type of energy somebody gonna be on one day. And now you done blew up the whole production and it didn't have to go like that. Like I said, hopefully they're back to normal and things are cool now. But I just feel like we never should have thought that.
People gonna be dissecting them and looking.
They're gonna be looking
under a microscope. Anytime you throw shade or people gonna start antagonizing you in the comments and saying that you did this, you said that had a little undertone to it. You was being passive aggressive. Like this was so unnecessary to be broadcasted. But like you said, we are dealing with people who are messy. Really, Charlamagne. Let me stop because to be truthful, I felt like DJ Envy really wasn't trying to do all of that. I felt like he was not really trying to give it all that energy that Charlamagne was trying to give it, and it felt like he was trying to come from a different perspective. So I don't want to keep saying everybody being messy. It's really just Charlamagne because even Loren was like, "I talked to you privately," So it just. I don't know. I feel for her. That's why I think I'm worried because I see somebody with a big opportunity and I'm not sure which direction it can go in there. Because she may be, it's so unfortunate that women express themselves and then they are labeled as hard to work with.
Difficult. Especially Black women.
Yeah.
Especially Black women.
I guess that's what I'm scared of.
Yeah, because if I raise any type of concern, I'm nagging and complaining. I'm ungrateful. Nothing is ever good enough for me. I'm so difficult. And, everything has to be an argument. You're so defiant. You're argumentative. And I'm like, but you don't treat nobody else like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess this, I don't know. Would you stay at the job if you were Jess Hilarious or what you think?
Girl, no. Not if I just want everybody. I just want everybody. I would never know. Jerrilyn, I can't even sit there comfortably because now I feel like y'all probably plotting to get me out for real. If y'all wasn't trying to get me, right, I'm going to head out. I'm going to take
Let me get my stuff. Go ahead and take these headphones while we at it because I'm going to need some little startup costs. Girl, done cussed everybody out in the damn room.
And what about it?
That is so Black woman though. And I promise you, I still love that about us. I know that it's difficult for people to receive that from us.
Yeah.
We will cuss you clean out and go right on back to what we was doing because I need to check you right here. You need to know, stop playing with me. Now let's get back to this.
Right now. But not the way this went down.
Yeah, this was kind of crazy.
I'm going to say now,
girl, the way I be on LinkedIn, updating my resume. Girl, if they're lying, talk about I got 26 years of journalism experience, got 2 degrees, lying, putting all types of things on there.
Lying straight. Now, what would be a good catch? Because Loren got a spinoff, I think like a podcast or something from this, right? She coming out with her own by herself. It would be interesting if her and Jess could figure this out and work together. That would be dope.
And leave Charlamagne and DJ Envy up there to fend for themselves. Because you know what? Angela Yee leaving never really sat well with me either. Yeah. Now we're talking about
Yeah, no, for real. Because it's like, why she leave after being there all those years?
Yeah.
Like, it's forever. Like, I thought she would never, dip out, especially not her. Maybe DJ Envy before her, maybe. You know what I mean? But, like, seeing her leave, it was like, okay, but guess what? She went on and did her own thing. Is very successful doing her own show. So, it would be nice if they could get past this and just that would be dope to see. Like, y'all just leave them over there to be goofies. Just leave the goofies at the service.
Charlamagne just need to do whatever he gonna do, because I think, he is the Breakfast Club, and not DJ Envy is obviously too, but it just be, to me, I'm just like, I unfollow them, but I also unfollow a lot of different pages, like all those gossip sites and all those entertainment sites. I can't do it no more. Like I've gotten to a point where I understand people want to keep up with things, and this is messy, this is funny, or and I like, girl, I got stuff to do, and the man that's in office right now is doing everything in his power to put us back in the 1950s or the 1800s. And so, like, right now, I'm going to create my content, and I'm not going to be totally disengaged, but it's a lot of stuff that I don't care to see. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Do I know what you're saying? Absolutely. Engaging with all that stuff every day is a lot for your mental. You got to protect. Y'all be sitting there, protect your peace, protect your peace. The best way to protect your peace is to get off a line. Get off of line. Y'all sitting up here making videos and in the comments, get off. I shouldn't even see you in the comments. I shouldn't see no video, because we should be protecting our peace. When we don't respond back in the comments, when we not all back and forth, that's probably because we not on here. We don't have time to engage with people who don't really know us. No shade, unless it's love. I'm always going to engage with love. But the negativity, y'all can keep. I don't engage with no negativity. I don't got time. I don't care.
I just be blocking people, girl. I've perfected it. I've got it down to a science now. My block speed, the offense.
How many per minute? How many you getting out per minute?
The block pipeline should be studied, because I'm on it. Because you got to think, like, these people don't really know you for real. Like, anytime you post something that people disagree with, they automatically start insulting your physical appearance. They start calling you dumb or stupid, or saying that, that's why you're single, no man is ever going to want you. And I'm like, honey, whole time I have 3 so watch your mouth.
Come on.
Watch your mouth.
Because the roster, just because you're not on the roster.
And relax before I call your daddy back. Because
come on.
He been on the line.
Me up.
He's been on
late
the line.
In the midnight hour.
I won't let you do a gospel song like that. I'm not gonna let. Hey, cut her mic off.
No.
Cut her mic off, because I'm not gonna let her do this. Now we're gonna have a Jess and Loren. No, because Renee, when you had said that, I really just felt like, I was really offended when you had said that, and I told you,
I don't care if you was offended and what about it, and I said it, and I stand 10 toes deep on it.
Yeah, I really didn't like you at first, and everybody knew that.
Right.
What?
And I didn't like you either, but they forced us together, so yeah. And when we went to Aruba, and I would never go to Aruba again with you.
Ever. I don't ever want to do that.
Just tell me.
We can go right now.
Let me know.
You want to wrap this up and go right now? So we can go. I did think that was so strange, though. I was like, it just went way left when I heard Jess say that. Yeah, I wasn't fond of you at first. And I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? What is happening?
Go to commercial.
Yeah, she definitely needed to cut her mic off. But like I said, maybe they'll fix it. We wouldn't stay
for her team. I would fire everybody. Anytime you see something going left, come get me. Come get me immediately.
And you know what? I'm sure somebody probably, I don't know. She might have got a couple of text messages, phone calls, or something, especially about that live.
I didn't say text or call. I said, come in the room, gather me up like this, and get me off of there.
Grab me by the neck like a pit bull puppy. Get me right here. Snatch me.
Grab that wig and get me out of here.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope, like I said, I'm sure they're gonna figure it out.
Was it just hilarious?
It was just hilarious to me. It was just hilarious. I loved it. I see what you did there, Sia. I see what you did there. Now I know, like, since we on the Breakfast Club tip, we just gonna roll right into the next slice of toast. Because Felicia Rashad was on the Breakfast Club this week as well. And before we get off into that, I just want to say I love Phylicia Rashad and everything that she does. But we got to play an audio. Okay. Because she had something to say about the way women are dressing nowadays on college campuses and other places. And she had some strong opinions about it. And she said that there's an age gap and about the times are changing and things like that. So let's take a listen to what it is that Mrs. Rashad had to say.
Okay.
From the era, Miss Rashad, where dignity and grace were everything. So do you ever look at how wild Hollywood is now and you just think to yourself, boy, y'all got it easy. Y'all wouldn't have got away with that in my day.
Mm. Yeah, you'd have to look at Hollywood. I could look at the way young ladies dress.
Mm.
I knew I should have worn some other pants.
You got your
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
elbow, shoulder over here. You want my coat?
The young ladies are so beautiful.
Mhm.
They're so beautiful. Something has happened in popular culture, and I don't mean to be critical, and I hope young ladies listening don't take this as personal criticism, because I don't mean it that way.
Mm.
But you're young queens. I'm taken aback when I see on a college campus young women dressed in strips of clothing.
Mm.
But more importantly than that, no man wants his woman to be out like that.
Mm.
Child, say what you gonna say, friend, because I'm sorry, I got to do it.
I know you're about to fry her.
I'm finna fry Felicia up.
Well, first of all, Felicia, you looked really nice and pretty. You looked very pretty on the breakfast.
Oh my God.
But I just want to make sure that I am here as a just person, right? I don't want everything have to be about women and what they do for men. I just hate that it's never. Why do my whole existence, everything I am as a being, never results to anything unless it is a man involved?
Yeah.
Like, why can I exist as a single entity? I've been doing it by myself for a long time. I know it could just be me. Why am I always associated with something that I'm not even involved in? Like, I don't understand. He said Hollywood. How do we end up with women and how they dress for men? I just want to know how. Because
on college
Hollywood
campuses
is much more crazy.
on college campuses.
And when was you at the college? You know what?
Don't do that, because at Hillman, that when she went,
Shut up.
Denise was there. She did flunk out, but she saw them. She saw them at Hillman
Talk University.
And
Like, when was you there, Felicia? And I love you once again. But I wanted you to answer the question about Hollywood. I don't know how we ended with women presenting a certain way for men. I'm not saying that's not a thing. I just don't know how we ended up there. Why are we here? What about you, friend? What you thinking?
well, she was also little note from production. She was so for anybody who doesn't know, and this is news to me, she was actually the dean at Howard University of Fine Arts. So she does know a lot about what goes on at the college campuses. And
what year was that?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Lynee.
Okay, I won't do it. I just had questions.
Standing by for production. Oh, she was.
She stopped last year.
So
Okay,
my only thing with her is
I take that back.
But even still, much love and respect to her. But I would love, like you said, to not have everything have to be boiled down to what I'm doing for a man, because there's a couple of things that I want to address here. Number one, doing things for the male gaze. A lot of women are not dressing for men. And if we could dress in a way that was comfortable, we'd be naked all the time if men didn't exist.
No,
so
seriously.
men really be the problem.
Feeling entitled because they justify their behaviors based on why nobody hold them accountable. That's
not how patriarchy works, sweetheart. That's not how the patriarchy works.
I was about to go on another rant. I'm gonna let you go.
No, but it's all tied in together. Like, you shouldn't be talking to me about what I need to do to please a man, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna dress the way I want to dress. I dress how I dress because that's how I want to dress. And how I dress does not affect Felicia Rashad at all. Again, it does not mean any disrespect to her, but I think a lot of this has to do with respectability politics. Y'all be wanting to be dressed up and dolled up because you want somebody else to respect you. Whole time, the amount of respect you have for somebody don't got nothing to do with what they got on. That's you being a judgmental person. And I heard you when you said you weren't trying to be critical, but it was a criticism based on your ideas from a time period that you were raised in. And this ain't that. Now, am I finna be walking down the street with my booty cheeks out?
No.
I'm not gonna do that. But to the young lady who does that, I'm not going to scrutinize her and make her feel like she's less than anybody else because that's how she feels comfortable dressing.
That is true, but friend, I am gonna say her booty cheek out. I'm going.
Well, that's her booty cheek
out.
Me and you might laugh about it at the bar,
game is crazy.
Her booty cheek. Her booty cheeks.
I'm gonna look at the booty cheek and say it's out there. But
and to be fair, you have to understand that that's what comes with that because of the type of society that we live in. People are gonna gawk. People are gonna make comments. But if you cool with it, baby, I'm cool with it. I'm not gonna get on no podcast and tell you to cover your booty cheeks up.
That part, because do you? But
except
again,
now,
friend,
now, see, I think you cut it off.
Hold on.
There you go.
What does that have to do with Hollywood?
Because baby, they be naked. They do be butt naked in Hollywood though.
Why we not talking about that?
We just saw Kanye West bring that girl up there dressed in a mesh glove.
That thing was a mess. Why we didn't talk about that though? Why we didn't talk about that? Because he married. She said nobody want that, but he married that thing that he bought.
Well, he didn't. He ain't married to her because of his values and morals. That's a money obligation.
But she said nobody want nobody.
That's an obligatory contract that she's forced to fulfill at this point. But I hate when people say that though. I hate when people say, "Oh, no man gonna want you if you don't do this. No man gonna want you if you do that." And I be wanting people to understand one thing and one thing only about me. I don't give a flying flabbergast what these niggas want. Okay, the longer I live, the more I realize that you can bend and twist yourself into the mold of whatever the person that you're dealing with wants you to be, and they'll still cheat on you. They'll still disrespect you. Ain't nothing I'm doing gonna keep you loyal and faithful to me except you wanting to be loyal and faithful to me. If you me and I'm half naked on the internet, you're gonna like me all the time.
That's it. And my thing is this. We are always talking about what women need to do as far as dressing a certain way and all of this stuff. But there have been several men who are going to jail as we speak for the things that they have done in Hollywood. Just gruesome, disgusting, terrible things they have done.
And listen,
why are we not speaking about that?
And them dressing too. Let's talk about that because, hey, if you look pregnant, the shirt need to go up a size. Okay, you're worried about what women are doing. And you haven't had a pedicure in 12,000 years. Okay?
Mercy.
Nails dirty. Ooh. Nails dirty. Ain't had a haircut. Don't wash the back of your neck. Breath stink. Teeth got more tartar on them than Captain D's menu. Now, I'm not saying that people don't have issues. What I'm saying is I got other things to be worried about than somebody who's comfortable being naked.
Yeah, that part. And stop being in competition with us while we here. I'm so tired of every time I get a wig, now they got man wigs. Every time I want to wear a purse, now you got a man purse. Every time I want my booty cheeks out with my shorts, now you got hoochie daddy shorts on. I'm not competing with y'all no more. Y'all going to go get lipo and be y'all doing a whole lot to keep up with women. Why? What's wrong with a man just
it's
being
the same?
Why you want all this extra stuff?
I think men are jealous of us, friend. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, and I know like we joke about this a lot, but I think men are jealous because they created a society where women are so hypersexualized that we can get paid for the way we look, and we ain't got to have sex with nobody. We ain't got to do nothing. People will pay us to go on dates with them. They'll pay us to move in with them. They'll pay us to do any and everything. They will pay. And these men are tired of getting up and going to work every day and having to spend their hard-earned money to get women.
That's a fact.
I think that's a little jealousy.
Yeah. Some of them get away with it when they got nice bodies. They got the OnlyFans. They doing a whole lot. But it still comes with them paying though. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day. And some of them got sugar mamas. But needless to say, the next time somebody asks y'all a question, stay focused. Let's just stay on track.
Or decline to comment. Like, I'm just in a phase of, I'm sorry, I don't have enough information about that subject to form an articulate opinion. So I'm gonna withhold my comments on that because I'm not well versed in it. I don't know enough to speak on that, and I think that that's fine too. You know what I mean? But it don't mean that she's not still a Black woman icon. It does not mean that she still ain't one of the baddest to ever do it. Like we love her in every movie, TV show, directing, film, whatever the case may be. We love you. We appreciate you so much.
And we can still love you and disagree.
Yeah, we can love you and disagree because these people booty cheeks out. It don't make people respect us less or more. Like that people, I think what it means for me is like people trying to make us force folks to respect us or hold us to a certain standard. And especially when it comes to non-Black people, them folk gonna think what they think about us, regardless of what we wear.
Yeah, it don't matter. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. They still would say, "Oh, she dressed nice," but I'm sure and go on with their own idea of who they think a Black woman is. It wouldn't make a difference.
We see it on social media all the time. Neither one of us is on the internet naked, but the comments be in shambles some days. Men calling us fatherless or telling us we never gonna get nobody. We're gonna die single with a bunch of cats. And I'm like, honey, it don't matter what you do to some people. They just feel how they feel about Black women, and I'm cool with that.
Overall, and especially an opinionated one. They can't stand when you got your own mind, you think for yourself. They cannot stand that. They hate that for you. Like, how dare you actually have a brain?
Right, who are you? Yourself? To be honest,
and I don't even like cats. Why you saying I'm gonna die with them? I don't like cats, so
I actually don't mind. I don't mind a little cat, but I don't like with a dog. I can't do it with the cat thing and how the litter and stuff. I need to be able to take my dog outside and then cats are boring and they mean sometimes. Like they slap you and they don't. Yes, they're not too affectionate as like dogs be wanting.
And that jumping up on the stove and the counters in the kitchen and everywhere wherever they feel like it, I can't rock. Got to get up out of here. I have no problem with people who have cats, because the cat. I don't want the animal community to come after us. Right. But I just, for my household, I can't do the jumping on the counters, cat hair, and food, and I just can't get involved with it,
because they love that too. They love that, and I think what it all boils down to is people just need to, like you said, ask for me and mine, and I think if it works for you, then it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then it just don't work.
That part,
and that's all right. Because if you can't have a good day, don't you go messing up nobody else's. And that's word to Tabitha Brown. Moving right along to our next story. I'm on fire today. I'm on fire today. No, but shout out to our girl Tabitha Brown. Of course, we love her so very, very much. Yes. She blew up real big during the pandemic for her vegan cooking videos and a little bit of her comedy as well too. But about 2 months ago, people were coming out to say they was going to boycott Target due to them rolling back their DEI initiatives. And so Tabitha said boycott might not be the answer. And now Target has started ending their partnerships with some of their Black clients who sell products in their stores. So rumor has it that one of those brands might have been Tabitha Brown's after she went on IG to post like a little cryptic message about doors being closed in her life. Now, she had a little bit to say. Let's take a listen to what she put on the gram.
Okay.
Hello there. Good morning. I came back here to my kumquat tree that I got in my backyard. If y'all ain't never seen a kumquat, I'm gonna show you. It look like a real tiny orange. It is a citrus. It's little, like that. But this is it, pretty much full grown. They get a little bit bigger sometime, but you can eat the whole thing, the skin and everything. Today I am intentionally eating this because it's good for your heart. It helps reduce, heart disease risk, and it helps regulate blood pressure. But in matters of the heart, I'm taking care of my heart, right? Not just physically, but spiritually and all the things. So I'm being even more intentional about what I'm eating right now, right? And I say all that to say, y'all know in the last 2 months, it has been rough. And I have been attacked publicly and privately. Talked about this yesterday. But even during the attacks, I've still been blessed. I've still been honored. I still have joy. I still want to help others. I still have compassion, and love in my heart. But it has been tough, right? And so I encourage people, when you're going through, know that you can still be willing to serve. Know that you can still have love and compassion in your heart. And know that it's temporary and that God is just doing something new, right? I mean, many of you know, many of you know, like, the target of it all. But you don't know other things that I've been battling that have affected me, affected my family. There is an attack happening, right? Because that's the trick of the enemy. The devil be like, oh, this my moment to get her. No. And you ain't, okay? I don't fall for the old tricks of the enemy.
Because, yeah, thank you. It's been 16 weeks. That's what I'm gonna go back to what irritated me this week. I can't stand when people get on Instagram.
Stop it now.
Because why did it take you 17 and a half?
Stop. Do not come from Auntie Tab.
I love Auntie Tab, but that took too long. I would, girl, if she was waiting on us to do something to spring into action on her behalf, we would have never done it. Because the video at this point, I'm in the third trimester of the video.
Like, stop talking to me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, because but that's how she take her time, she gathering her thoughts, she in her garden. You know what I'm saying? She trying to put the connection between, woman.
That's the problem with social media now. People think they can just get up and get on the internet and start recording. That's what happened to Jess Hilarious. You need to sit down and think through what you got to say and structure it a little bit so you can hit your high points, get in and get out. Because I don't know what
she get in and get out person.
Apparently she getting in and get out of Target because they rolling everybody back. What? There was I can't say that.
I'm gonna cut your mic completely off.
I'm sorry. So
no, I genuinely lost the message. I love her so much, right?
Yes.
And she can't do no wrong in my eyes. But I don't know what the message was. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? It wasn't direct or clear enough for me. I'm sure somebody, some people talk in that type of way where it's real like encrypted and they like, this what she meant, those super woke people. That's how they decipher information. I am more of a direct person. I definitely can understand things, but that was a bit too encrypted for me where I just not 100% sure. I know she said something about like, the target of it all. I know that has something to do with Target. You see what I'm saying? Literal things like right in my face. So I don't know, but what I do know is that like she is not somebody who like spews out venom. She's just not a negative person. And so I could never come on this platform and like say that she was coming from a negative place or like she had ill intentions or like anything happened to her because sometimes you just can't even tell. Like she carries herself so well that you just don't know. She said she's under attack, but to be honest, I couldn't even tell. Like she's still smiling. She still, has, and that to me is the bigger thing, right? Where I'm not trying to shift from her because I know you have something to say about this too. But we get online and not that we need to know everything that's going on with somebody, but you never know what somebody really going through. Like people really be dealing with real stuff. And I know y'all look online and be like, they have the best life. Like nothing ever happened. You know what I mean? They always got it together. But this woman is literally going through stuff like online, offline. We don't know what the business is. We don't know what the money looking like. We don't know what nothing like that. And you could never tell. And that's what a lot of us do. We get up, we turn that camera on and be going through so much. For me, it gives put the camera down. Jess Hilarious, Tab, everybody. And I just said this too, get off a line, protect your peace. The best way for me is to protect your peace is to get off the internet. Get off of the internet. You're not okay.
A kumquat ain't gonna do it. You're gonna have to log out. You're gonna have to log out.
You know what, John? He just cut my mic. I forget it.
I was trying to add to the conversation. That wasn't it.
A kumquat.
Dang.
A kumquat.
But no, all jokes aside, though, I agree with you. Like, and Tab is a beautiful person inside and out. Everybody who comes in contact with her has the same thing to say about her. I think that folks was really kind of picking with her on the back end if they thought that this was about Target pulling her, products, and basically saying, and you told us not to boycott because that wasn't going to help. And now look at them. They don't care about you either. And honey, let me be the first to say I wasn't shopping at Target anyway. The only time I've ever shopped at Target is when nothing else was available. I was in some kind of place where I wasn't familiar, and it was the first thing I saw. If I have a choice, I'm going to Publix, Kroger, or Walmart.
Anywhere cheaper.
Every single time.
Anywhere cheaper.
Yeah. So it don't hurt me to boycott Target because I've been boycotting them for decades.
That part. Well, girl, Walmart hurt me. Walmart hurt me.
I ain't gonna lie, they hurt me a little bit too. But I've been shopping. I haven't seen nothing about Publix yet, and if you see some, please don't send it to me.
Right, please don't tell me.
Please. Oh my God. They the only ones that got the yellow dragon fruit that I need for my juices in the morning.
Oh my God, I love yellow dragon fruit. Oh my God, Jerrilyn, send me some yellow dragon fruit. I cannot find it nowhere around here.
Really?
Like, no, they only have the red ones, and people don't know the red ones don't hit.
They not sweet. I was trying to tell people a red dragon fruit is like a boring apple, but juicy. Yeah. But that yellow dragon fruit, honey, it's like pineapple, apple.
It's so delicious.
Orgasm,
and if you need to be regular,
heaven.
Okay,
it go clean you out.
I'm telling you, and immediately
clean you out.
Let me tell you, get you a yellow dragon fruit if you
going
need to,
on, up
flesh it all out.
Gonna be undone.
Mm-hmm,
they gonna undo your bowels.
Mm-hmm.
But they good for you though. So
they are.
I hope that's what we can take from this. Go grab y'all some yellow dragon fruit because a lot of y'all ain't having a bad day. Some of y'all just full of shit.
Thank you. And clean all that shit out. Clean that shit out.
Some of y'all just full of shit, baby. Oh my God. Okay, so just to lighten up the mood a little bit, I thought it would be fun to talk about something, a little more casual. And, something that people are always constantly arguing about because we can't get away from the 50-50 conversations and who gonna, do what on the first date and all this other stuff. So
yeah, Lord have mercy. I'm so tired.
Sex on the first date. Are we doing it or no?
No.
We're not doing it?
Me. I'm not doing it.
It's actually a hell no for me.
No, I'm saying
no. Let me tell you why.
Like immediate no.
I just don't think people understand. Like, I know that there is a culture for that, the hookup culture. I get it. I have no interest in sharing my body or my bed with somebody that I just do not know. And you know what I mean? Like, no shade to whoever doing it. Get your rocks off, sis, bro, whatever you're trying to do.
Your thing.
But I feel like that's how people get kidnapped and murdered. And sometimes you get kidnapped and murdered by people that you do know. But I'm just saying, I ain't finna put it on a silver and platter and serve it to you.
No, I'm not having sex with you on the first date. Then what do you have to look forward to? You have nothing to look forward to. I have given you what you've been trying to get. Yeah. That fast. That's not my goal in life. Like it's a lot more to go into this. And sex just can't be at the top of the menu. Because the thing is that breeds a level of entitlement to me. Mm-hmm. Where like now every time I go out with you or we hang out, you're going to be expecting me to have sex with you. And I'm not even putting that type of pressure on myself. That's annoying to even think about. Like, and I'm, trust me, my favorite word, Jerrilyn, is no. It's literally my favorite word. I say no all the time. I do not have a problem telling people no. And I think that you guys should exercise that right as well. No, I don't care how much fun you having. You can have an amazing time on a date and not have to have sex. Like, you don't have to give your body away so fast. But somebody's like, well, I met my husband 50 years ago and I had sex with him on the first date and we still together. Yay, you. And I think that's amazing.
I'm glad it worked for you.
Thank you. But as for me, and then you turn around. Oh my God, Jerrilyn, this is the shit I'm talking. Let me start over. This is what I'm talking about. I need to stop. This is what I'm talking about. We sit up here and we say, I wouldn't give my body away on the first date. People scrutinize you, but then they tell you what to wear, right? Like, oh, don't wear, or you should wear this, that, and the third. But the minute that you set standards for yourself, people are like, why do you have standards?
Exactly.
I'm confused. Like, which side? You cannot win with these people. They want you to not have standards, have standards. If you do have standards, there's something wrong with you. If you don't have standards, then you a hoe. Pick a side.
That's a woman thing. That's a woman thing. They don't scrutinize men that much. For a woman, if you having too much sex, you a hoe. If you're not having enough sex, you a prude, and ain't no man ever gonna want you. And you know what I tell people? You might as well be a hoe. If that's what you want to do. And I'm so very serious right now. If you want to go and be a hoe, you go and be a hoe. And you understand that people are gonna call you a hoe, but you be a hoe with your whole chest. Okay? Because if you ain't getting none, they're going to call you stuff anyway. They're going to talk about your car. They're going to talk about your hair. They're going to talk about something. Yep. People always got something to say. And the sooner you realize that them folk ain't paying your bills and they're not responsible for your livelihood or where you go when you leave this earth, you'll stop being concerned with what they think about you. If you want to go be a hoe, girl, go be a hoe. Go be a hoe if that's what you want to do. But hoe responsibly, okay?
Girl, for me, hoeing is only for emergencies. In my book.
You can't make no lifestyle out of being a hoe.
Girl, if these bills get low enough, you might
You
see
gonna have
me
to hoe
out
it.
there.
I'm gonna
Okay, you might
I gotta
see
give
me
it a
out
hoe.
there. Okay,
give it a
hoeing
hoe.
is only for emergencies only purpose. Okay.
Baby, the way I would, I don't care. I would drive for DoorDash, Uber. Girl, I will crochet hats and sell them on the belt line before I start hoeing. I'm sorry. I will go home. I will beg my daddy for money before I start hoeing. I can't do it because I feel
Pick
like
me up on the side when you go get the DoorDash.
Men already think they entitled to something, and girl, you start asking them for money for the set. Child, bye. The way I never, the bill's gonna get paid whether I give it up or not.
Girl, emergency, girl, I'm telling you, desperate times, desperate measures.
I understand
it. It can get crazy. It can get crazy. But
I was saying, so if there was an emergency, what kind of emergency you looking for? Is it like, do you have to be attracted to them?
I'm sugar daddy. I'm going straight for the old man that I'm Anna Nicole in it. I want to be Anna Nicole. Did you see Anna Nicole's husband?
Yeah, but what you gonna do when he wants some sugar though?
Girl, I'm gonna lie to him and tell him I gave it to him and he don't remember because he ain't gonna remember. He ain't gonna know.
You know what?
Give him dementia.
You know what?
Like 5 times already. You remember? That's why your back hurting.
And it was so good. I loved it. Can't wait to do it again tomorrow after the check clears.
Right? Okay. You hear me? Can I get that black card from you, please?
Thank you. Gosh. Okay, this was, friend, I just got to tell you, I missed you so much this last week while I was on vacation. But this right here, this is my fix. Because the moral of the story of today is mind your business and only hoe in case of an emergency.
Hello.
Destiny.
Come on. I feel like we gave a word today, friend.
It was a sermon.
Yes.
It was a sermon.
Only for emergency.
Only for me. I need a t-shirt, friend, immediately. I need you to go in the lab.
I got you.
Go into the lab and do hoeing is only for emergencies. I need it. I need the shirt. If you don't do it, I will. Hoeing is only for emergencies.
I got you. Say less.
Oh my God. Well, I hate to have to wrap this show up, but this has been, I ain't gonna hold you. This is one of my favorite shows we done did. Because girl, we done keyed all up and through this podcast. So, oh my God. Y'all. I'm gonna miss y'all.
Such a vibe. I know. And we always miss y'all. I need y'all to know that. Like, y'all just need to keep tuning in and commenting. Make sure you comment, liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell. Absolutely. Because you know we gonna be here every Thursday.
Right here.
Every Thursday. You can find us on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcast, y'all. We love y'all. Until next time.
See ya.